from the ashes. Born 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 from the. Watch me
Hey everyone, and welcome to Week 3 of the Validity Team Link. I'm your caster today and captain of Ris3n's VTL team, Renegade, in the top left corner, playing for Validity Gaming. It's Eintha, and in the bottom right, as the purple Zerg for Ris3n, it's Salt. Salt, making his debut in the season, one of Ris3n's stronger platinum players, going up against the golden Eintha. Now, Eintha did not meet the games played requirement. However, after talking with Apocalypse, I made a special exception for Validity Gaming. Eintha does appear to be gold, so hopefully that's all on the up and up. Solid probe scout to start things off. Second probe pulled to the front, and it looks like it's going to be gate side or nexus. Salt takes a very early third base. This is scouted by Eintha. If you're familiar with my casting style, you know, it's very matter of fact. I try to be very analytical, analysis isn't my strength, but definitely when we get into play-by-play, that's where I shine. However, today we're going to be less analytical, and we're going to laugh, we're going to have fun, and you may see me drop some educational tips for our players today. Our first two are going to be Platinum or below. Our third player from each team will be a Diamond level player, and our fourth player from each team will be Diamond 1. Now, there's a little bit of a rivalry here. Validity Gaming knocked Ris3n out of the playoffs last season. Ris3n was doing really well, and we pulled out our ace Bizarro, who was in his last eligible week of the Team League, and November came onto the field for Validity and just absolutely smacked us down in a pretty epic game. Bizarro, with a relentless blink stock girl in, got eventually beaten back. Eintha, not with the cleanest opening. 2 extra probes in this left gas to start out with, and only mining with 2 probes off the second gas now. But other than that, Eintha does appear to be going for a robo into Twilight, which unfortunately is letting Salt get away with this very early third base. Finally an Adept comes out, but this is very delayed. Does Salt have any defensive units? Salt does not, so this Adept can actually get a ton of damage done if it's able to connect. It's gone unscouted as well. And the Adept actually is going to be held off by Queens. Never dove in on a mineral line. And so instead it's just going to trade out for damage on a Queen. Definitely not ideal from Eintha. Our Teal Toss is going for Resonating Glaives. An Observer first out of the Robo. Sure to be followed by a Warp Prism. 3 Adepts at the front. Not exactly a wall-off from Salt. A very interesting building positioning here. Goes for double Spore. Definitely not going to die to DTs or Oracles anytime soon. Unfortunately, he's not going to be facing DTs or Oracles. Instead, an onslaught of Glaive Adepts are going to be the play. Now, the Roach Warren is finished. There's plenty of time for Salt to get out units, but he needs to do so immediately. He sees the Prism, he sees the Adepts. I'm not seeing enough roaches. Okay, there's 4. It's gonna need more. At this point, he will be taking drone damage unless there's a severe misplay. Oh, Eintha's not warping in! Why isn't Eintha warping in? Okay, this attack is delayed. 7 Adepts are finally here, though. 2 Queens to hold at the third. The Roaches are on the field. 2 Queens to hold in the natural. The Adepts start moving toward the drone line, and the first casualties. Oh, casualties so far will go down. Oh, all the Queens being pulled to the third, but the Shade going into the natural. Only the Queens and 1 Roach to respond. The first Adept falls. Actually, Eintha not targeting the drones. Okay, there we go. 3, 4. But just as many Adepts have been lost. We really need to see 15 drone kills here from Eintha at the very least. Salt is going to be supply blocked. Eintha back the Prism off, stop committing, and only getting 6 drone kills for like 9 lost Adepts. A great hold from Salt. This Stalker seems to be the one that killed off the Overlord, supply blocking Salt. Salt gonna have Carapace and +1 ranged on the field as well as melee. Usually you only see that melee upgrade as the Zerg goes into Ravager, or Ravager Ling Bane. For the next phases of the game. Salt builds 18 Overlords! Oh my god! Oh my god! 18 Overlords on the production tab for the Zerg. Double Forge from Eintha. Should signal that they're taking a third charge. Almost finished. +1 started on the first Forge. Armor started for the Protoss. The third Nexus has been dropped. 2 pylons to kind of create a choke. It's really wide open here for Eintha, but Salt. Down 3 workers. Not exactly what you want to see. However, it is around the worker count you'd like to see for a Roach Ravager timing against the Protoss third. Is that what we're going to have happen? I mean, he's going up to 53 workers. Get some more gas. Both our players spending their money reasonably well. Salt with a ton of gas. Actually, both players with a ton of gas in the bank. Salt more so. Definitely could get some Ravagers. Doesn't have Roach speed on the field either, so that might be a baller investment. Salt pushing into the third. Is he going to go through the choke, or is he going to attack the gateways? He's going into the choke. That means Force Field going to cut off 2 Roaches. The rest of these guys unable to hit any of the Protoss units. 2 Immortals holding for Eintha. Two charge lots move out. Salt getting 17 more Roaches. Oh, he's morphing in Ravagers at the front. If these guys finish, he can take the engagement, but I don't think Eintha's gonna let him. Actually, Eintha does let him. 1 Immortal goes down. Stalker's being target fired. Ooh! The Prism biled down! This Immortal actually cannot win this fight if all these units... Oh, it walks into the firing field instead of 1v1ing the Ravager. 17 more Roaches here for Salt. Unfortunately, Eintha not warping in this whole time. 1,700 minerals, 800 gas in the bank. If Salt goes now, this is a dead Protoss. 2 Immortals are in production, which could hold the line, but they are very far away at this point. Salt doing a more traditional siege of the Protoss base. Does clear up more of a choke. All the force fields are used up. 1 Immortal comes to shore up the defense. Salt losing a lot of Roaches, but cutting down just as many Protoss units. Another gateway falls. And Zerglings come to the front to reinforce for Salt. Salt continuing to move forward. Recall from Eintha. The 2 Immortals are finished in the main. Wait, no, he recalled the probes! What? Oh my god. It's an absolute slaughter. 13 probes fall at the third base. Eintha still holding the high ground, but This is a devastating blow to the Protoss as Salt moves up to 4 hatch. A ton of larva ready to spend for Salt as well. And he's been doing a great job of spending his money, almost maxed out. Eintha trying to re-expand down here to the front base. Not enough Zealots to shield for this. Guardian Shells procced on the Immortals. Salt using the time those Guardian Shells were up to reposition. He cuts off the Immortals and cuts them down. 2 more to defend behind the wall. A final Force Field is dropped. Bile can clear that up, but it looks like Salt wants the Bile to pylon shut down these 2 gateways instead. Another Immortal falls. The Cyber Core gone. No more Stalkers, no more Sentries, no more Adepts. Zealots dying in the front. Another Immortal dies. GG is called. Salt takes game number 1 for Ris3n. Well, we'll introduce our players first. In the top right, for Validity Gaming as their second platinum level player, it's MMIC. We're gonna call him Mimic. In the bottom left, as our purple Zerg for Ris3n, it's Salt. Yeah, so Arcane Spoon saying make roaches off of 40 drones in the last game. Yeah, that's actually a totally valid build. Many Grandmaster level Zerg players will pick between 43 and 53 drones and do a timing to shut down the Protoss third. So while it wasn't perfectly executed from Salt, that was kind of the idea he was going for. Usually you morph the Ravagers in before you attack, and it eliminates the Protoss force fields. We didn't really see Salt file down any force fields either, and we didn't see any Banelings from Salt. But there's the infrastructure, there's the framework for that build there. If Salt keeps improving at that, it can take him a very long way indeed against Macro Toss. But we're going to have a pull first from Salt, a hatch first from MMC, and this is a pull and a gas, so it should be very all-in from Salt. We should see Link Speed and a Baneling Nest as he continues to spam that Z button. And we should not see a second base for a while. Yeah, there's the Queen under production. MMC's pool is finished. Only 2 Zerglings on the production tab, though. His Overlord was out of position, so... Or, he didn't move it up quick enough, rather. So, he did not scout the Lings of Salt coming out. His Overlord should have been within the pathway of Salt's Lings, but Salt doing a good job dodging that. No, he's taking the bait, going after the Zerglings instead of the drone line. Okay, he's gonna fight the drones. You don't want to do this. You only want to fight with the drones if your opponent isn't all-inning, but it actually ended up working out for Mimic. He's still 2 workers ahead because Salt did not continue baiting the drones backward, instead trying to take them in a straight-up fight. Oh, now Mimic has defensive Lings out, now he's overwhelming Salt somewhat. Now he has extra larva production and extra defense thanks to the Queen. Salt actually dropped a second hatch. He really... If you're gonna mine the gas... Oh no, did he forget Link Speed? Oh my god, he forgot Link Speed. Yeah, if you're gonna go pull first into gas, you definitely want to invest in Link Speed, then immediately a Baneling Nest. I think Mimic just has an edge from here on out. Baneling Nest, you'll notice, actually slightly in favor of Mimic. If Salt threw down a Roach Warren right now, that might be his optimal play, but he's getting 6 more Zerglings instead. And he's continuing to mine gas off of, like, no mineral mining drones. Mimic pulls ahead 10 workers in a mirror matchup. Now, he doesn't have any defensive Banes. If Salt can morph in 2 to 4 Banes and roll in, he might be able to get some devastating hits off on the drone lines. But he really needs to start morphing those Banelings in soon. I mean, Baneling Nests are done for both players. If you're going to go Baneling Nest instead of Wall Off, always make defensive Banelings. And Salt is going to morph in 5 Banelings. As long as he micros this pot properly, this can reach the main. You can split 2 off into the nat, 3 off into the main. One of them will get sniped by the Queens, and that's the show. Oh my god, Salt No, there's there's defensive banelings out now. Ah! Oh my god. So the queen even survives thanks to the baneling nerf that hit a couple days ago. I think it would have died in the previous patch, but banelings really do nothing, like absolutely nothing to non-light units after the 2 consecutive nerfs. And Salt is gonna continue getting farther behind Mimic. Does have 400 minerals in the bank, but no. I'm actually not gonna add a but there. Like, he just has 400 minerals in the bank. He doesn't have a Roach Horn or anything. Not going for a lair. Not going for a third just yet. It's all yikes or me, dog. Salt, though. I mean, still not on the highest drone count, down 16 workers now. He busts on the queen again, and the queen even lives. Oh my god, the queen lived with 1 health. 3 more banelings roll up. One of them should detonate on the queen, and he might kill some... Oh! He doesn't go for it this time! No! No! Now you can crack the queen! You don't need to... Just go in with all! Oh my god. Oh, he waited too long. Mimic control... Wait! Wait! Oh! 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 Only 3 drones died. Yeah, kinda over-microed it there, but the thought was good. I'm trying to skirt around the ESL Pro Tour logo. I'm going to be casting the Latin American qualifiers immediately following the match, so I wanted to leave the logos mod in there so I didn't have to restart the stream. Salt doing a good job of baneling sniping. Mimic doesn't have these guys behind the wall, so there we go. Those are some good trades for the Ris3n player. Oh my god, wait. Mimic? Okay, he has... Why does he have so many banelings? What's... So many. This is an appalling amount of banelings for his EVZ. This is an end-the-game amount of banelings. What am I... No! Okay, that's about half of Salt Zerglings. And Mimic's like, yes, now's the time to go kill my opponent with my unhealthy amount of banelings. It would be a shame if Salt had a wall and 2 queens, which, to be fair, he does not. Okay, Mimic isn't moving out. This is a weird game. Mimic's Spire is about to finish. Salt doesn't really have an answer to that. He doesn't have a lair. He's finally saturated 2 base. Still 7 workers down, though. Still no second or third gas. He drops a Roach Horn very late. The Lings are already here. And Salt is way too far out on the map. It's going to take these banelings forever to get home. The Queens are defending quite well. There's a lot of transfuse. These guys are not right-clicking drones. They're fighting the Queens instead of right-clicking the drones. Here come the banelings. They're going to smash into the Queens! Oh my god. Salt uses 3 banelings to kill 3 Zerglings, but hey, he held. He's going for 22 more Lings and 5 more drones, but he just does not have an answer to the... Well, okay. He has 1,500 minerals in the bank. He can make unlimited Spore Crawlers. So, yay, but still no lair. Almost 9 minutes into the ZVZ. The Queen finally dies. The drones are finally going to start to fall. And here comes so many banelings. Mind you, remember, there's still Mutalisk coming. GG is called. In the top right corner of Eternal Empire, here in map number 3 of this best of 7 all kill, it's the Teal Terran for Ris3n, Arcane Spoon. And in the bottom left, as the Green Zerg for Validity Gaming, momentum in his favor, it's Mimic. Mimic taking out Salt in a very Baneling-based ZVZ. That's right, you heard me, not Lingbane. This is primarily Banelings being traded out on both sides. What is Mimic doing? What actually... Oh, he's scouting for proxies? Okay. Pro tip of the day! You will never see a proxy against a Zerg at this location. It'll be here, or right here, or even out here, or back here, or maybe, rarely, right here. It's never... You're never gonna have to shift-click your drone out that far. Or excuse me, a Terran, I meant to say. What did I say? Did I say Terran, or did I say Protoss? I'm going insane. I'm sorry, guys. You really, I mean... This Overlord doesn't need to be scouting like this either. You can go out to here, and then shift-click up here or up here for your next scout if you want to do that. Otherwise, just leave it out here. Because this Overlord went and scouted the drone path either... Oh my god! This Overlord not shift-clicked across the map yet either. This is going to be a super late scout from Mimic. It's such a key factor to get your scouting off properly against a Terran player. You need to know, as the reactionary Zerg, what the Terran's up to. Unless you're all-inning, which it does not appear that Mimic is. Arcane Spoon actually didn't get a Reaper. He's going for the reactor on the barracks first. Oh, there it is. Never mind. I'm an idiot. He totally got a Reaper. Scouting Zergling goes down, so not even that is gonna tap at the wall to see what the Terran tech is. Second factory, so it will be a mech play here from Arcane Spoon. Ooh, Arcane Spoon loses the Reaper though, so I mean, not great plays on either side so far. Mimic still has such a long way to go before he reaches the Terran main, let alone gets it around the corner to scout the tech. Tech lab on the barracks. So, will it be battle mech, or is it going to be traditional mech? Is our only real remaining question. We'll see if it's a Cyclone or a tank. Blue Flame. Interesting, another tech lab going on the barracks. Could we see an armory? Could this be Allbat Marauder? There's Cyclone. This might just be traditional battle mech. Why did I say traditional battle mech? This might just be battle mech. Mimic's third hatch almost complete. Here come the Hellions. 2 Queens here to meet them, and no drones at the space. 18 Lings in production. They are late, but... Oh, Mimic gets us around. 2 Hellions drop. Arcane's Boon. Might not get out of here alive, actually. He backs into the best choke point he can, but all the Hellions go down. And this is going to be almost certainly a Ling attack from Mimic. Is it not? This is too many Lings to just make and sit back. You've traded so much Larva out at this point that your drone count's not where it should be. More Hellions continue forward from Arcane's Boon. Continuing to increase his Cyclone count as well. Keeps 1 Cyclone at home patrolling. Still no Scout from Mimic. So he is going for the Ling attack, albeit delayed. He's going into Spire as well. Triple Overlord to clear supply block. Depot's down. The Lings do not go in. They are going to run home. 4 drones get fried by Arcanes. No Hellions have fallen yet. 5, 6. However, the Lings are coming in for the trap. 1 Hellion dies. 2 Hellions, 3. Arcanes backs into a corner again, but won't get any further Ling kills. However, those 6 drone kills are worth it for the Terran, I think. His 3rd orbital almost finished. He's going to move that to location. Triple Tech Lab on the factory. This means Arcane's Boon can switch into full Thor production if he needs to against the Mutalisks, which he has not scouted as of yet. 6 of them on the production tab for Mimic. Plenty of Cyclones are going to be on the field. Maglev accelerators under research as well. Mag field accelerators. Okay, a surround on 1 of the Cyclones. That's going to weaken Arcane's anti-air defense. Tad bit. Ling's going to swing in. Oh, they're attacking the CC. These guys could have already been dead. Only 2 SCVs die instead. All those Zerglings gone. Mimic still making more. The Muta have arrived. They're going to try and stretch Arcane's Boon thin, but that's not going to work. Lock-ons on 3 of the Muta, and 3 of the Muta die in exchange for 1 Cyclone. Oh no. These guys were going to get another Muta kill, but they over-microed, so just enough here to clean up all the Cyclones. In the meantime, Arcane's facing the Ling attack at the 3rd. 26 SCVs have gone down between the 2 attacks. Not killing that 1 extra Mutalisk made a huge difference. However, Arcane's Boon just goes for a counterattack! Blue Flame finishes off 23, 24 drones, so actually this is okay. The Terran can take all this damage. Oh my god. What is this game? Still 3 Cyclones. They can clean up everything that's here. Another Muta falls. Zerglings die. Another Muta. Kane's Boon cleans up 37 drones now. Oh no, he rallies more drones to the low ground. But luckily for him, the Blue Flame shooting the Queens instead. Arcane's lost the 3rd Nexus, I think, somewhere along the way. This has been absolute mayhem on both sides. Infestation Pit started for Mimic. Holy moly. I would not want to be a worker in either of these players' armies. This is insanity. The Muta are not going home to defend. There's actually nothing here to defend. 6 roaches on the production tab, but a very long way away. And this hatchery will die. Zerg knocked back to 2 base. Oh, the Muta don't commit! They're coming home now! This is way too late! No! No, don't come home now! You gotta commit to your play! Not like this, Mimic! Oh, no! The Roaches getting cut down one by one. Plenty of lock-on to go around for Arcane's Boon. The Spine Crawler is like... This is the Internet Explorer of Spine Crawlers. It's way too late to help anything. Hey guys, I'm here. As it explodes. The Mutalisk have not defended, they have not attacked. They've just been, like, pretending like they're doing things. Finally, they're gonna go attack the third, but it's finished. It has way more HP than it did before. And Arcane's definitely has a chance to save it. The Zerg gonna be knocked down to one base, so Arcane's doesn't really care if he loses his third. He's still gonna be ahead. The drones pulled into the battle. 7, 8, 9, 10, 20... So many dead drones. Roaches firing from behind, but epic economic losses for the Zerg. Arcane's Boon with 1k, 14k in the bank. Or, excuse me, 1k, 1.4k in the bank. At the time of starting to say that. Mimic defends, I guess. In the meantime, Mutalisk try to get in on the production of the Terran, but Arcane's Boon doing a good job of holding on. Savior in the chat saying, my inner Terran just nutted. Which would have been around the 9:30 mark, whatever was happening then. I think it was the, oh my god, the third command center burns down from Arcane's Boon, but he's so economically ahead at this point, it doesn't matter. He can afford to make another one. In fact, he has 400 minerals right about now, so he could drop that if he chose to. A lot of creep tumors die. This is it. Mimics counterattacking with 4 roaches, and there's a siege tank per roach at this moment. GG is finally called. Arcane's Boon takes... In the bottom right corner of Submarine as the blue Terran from Validity Gaming, it's Miroslav. In the top left as the red Terran from Ris3n, it's Arcane's Boon. Now, Arcane's Boon is at an MMR disadvantage. This is Ris3n's second plat player going up against the Diamond 2 level player of Validity Gaming. So, if Arcane's Boon gets us some good plays, we should applaud him for it, but it may be somewhat lopsided. That's just how the series goes. If he pulls off a win, it's to be all the more celebrated. Score is currently 2-1 in Ris3n's favor. It's going to be barracks first for both players. Arcane's Boon actually ahead, getting a reactor. Miroslav, 1 worker ahead. Miroslav gonna start up a Reaper. Different but similar openings for both players. Miroslav, I checked out his match win rates on his profile, and TVT actually his worst matchup, so Arcane Spoon, despite being at an MMR disadvantage... Ooh, he's going double Reaper. This is an aggressive play from Arcane, so we should see a Hellion coming out of here to back things up. Miroslav will almost certainly be the defender. Although, he's going double Reaper Hellion as well. Miroslav going into a starport, so... After Miroslav scouts this, he should be playing very defensively. Papa Panda saying, wait, what? I need that league logo, .png. Check the general chat in the VTL Discord. Me and Baked Potato make it every season. Liberator and a tank coming out. Arcane's Boon actually gonna go for a drop with the Hellions as the Reapers hop off the cliff. Interesting. It's gonna be tough for Miroslav to defend this with the composition he's going. It's definitely doable. It's gonna take good positioning on the tank, good positioning on the Liberator to defend. Here come the Hellions, here come the Reapers, here comes the Medevac. Medevac, of course, going to be able to heal up the Reapers as well. Oh no, Miroslav's moving a field. He doesn't have scouting on this. He hasn't seen it yet. He's going to see it now with the Liberator. He might just get gunned down here. Oh! Oh! Arcane saves all of the Hellions in the Medevac. The Marines are going to have to walk all the way around. The Reapers jump up. Wait, are they going to engage or are they going to jump up the cliff? They're going to jump up the cliff. But here come the SCVs. They're going to engage. However, remember, the Medevac is able to heal the Reapers. Only 2 SCVs have gone down, so have 2 of the Reapers. Miroslav actually with a great defense. Wait, this Reaper heavily injured but not finished off. The tanks pop, and Miroslav with the miracle defense. However, he does lose 9 SCVs, so Arcane Spoon got the damage done he needed. Even though he took very devastating losses, he's going to be able to shore up a defense back home. He also got invaluable scouting on the composition of Miroslav's army. So, a siege tank coming out. His second CC safely being built in the main. Miroslav finishing his on the low ground. Both finishing at roughly the same time. Arcane's Boon confident enough he's going to hold this. He throws down 2 more barracks. The Medevac was saved from the attack as well. This tank needs to siege up immediately to hold off the attack. The Liberator is going to try to siege on Arcane's Boon's tank. He's going to need careful use of his Marines to kill off that Liberator. Here we go. 1 tank sieged on the low ground. Oh no. Siege tank splash from attacking the supply depot will kill the Marines. The Liberator spotting for the tank on the low ground. Arcane Spoon moves out with a Raven. He's going to drop an auto turret on one of the tanks. It's not close enough for this tank to splash damage the other one. Only a Reaper and a very injured Marine left to push up the ramp for Miroslav. He's going to unsiege one of the tanks and use that in its unsiege firing mode. 3 Marines being produced at a time, but 2 of them have to be canceled as the barracks lifts up. It is on fire, but it should be totally salvageable. SCVs hold on to the tank line, and 1 tank is finished off. The Marines, though, cutting down SCV after SCV, and the tank on the low ground helping out, although 50% damage done on the forward siege tank. Reaper Marine goes into the rest of the mineral line. SCVs pulled into the fight once again. Siege tank finishing off one of the Marines. Surround on 2 more of the Marines, but another siege tank shot. My god, 1 SCV pulled onto the tank, causing the tank from the low ground to finish up the high ground tank. But Miroslav still 1 Reaper ahead. 1 attack from an SCV would kill the Reaper. 2 Marines pop from the barracks, a Viking in the sky, and still a Raven to defend. Arcane's down 2 workers to 24. I think this is Miroslav's game. But Carpe knocked him, fighting tooth and nail to stay in it. And that should be admired. 30 dead SCVs now. Arcane Spoon drops the Viking, attacks the uninjured tank rather than the one a couple hits away from death. So Miroslav going to be able to continue his push. 2 Vikings killing off the Raven now. Arcane Spoon is going for 1 final Marine drop. Oh no, but the Viking goes down with the rest of the Marines in it. GG is called. Miroslav In the bottom left, as the D2 player for Validity Gaming, it's Miroslav. And in the top right, as the Teal Terran for Ris3n, it's Savior. Guildwin, we are on 120-second delay. Miroslav gets our first scout. Savior sends out his own SCV scout. I believe this is Savior's favorite matchup. Interesting trivia fact. This is both players' second to worst map. Savior did get the pick. He initially picked Golden Wall, but changed it to Pillars. Oh my god. Miroslav actually would have gotten an SCV kill if he had engaged for a fraction of a second longer. He's still gonna... Oh, he doesn't get it. He tried. He tried so hard. And went so far. But in the end, didn't even matter. Miroslav baiting one of Savior's SCVs. It's gonna get cut down by the Reaper most likely. Nope, the Reaper's like, I'm just gonna let it live for now. Second Reaper from Miroslav, as well as a Hellion. Now, Savior had the great advantage of, if he was watching the stream, getting to see Miroslav play in a TVT. It's a strategic part of an all-kill. 2 SCV kills from the Reaper. Savior slightly damaging his starport. And this is going to weaken the eventual follow-up from Miroslav. Another Reaper in production. Tech Lab on the factory, starport up next. Oh, Miroslav lost the second Reaper. He actually can't continue pushing. He just won't have enough. He needs to drop his second command center soon. Because this ball is in Savior's court. He goes up to 4 Reaper. It's gonna get out a second Hellion. And a Medevac. And he's actually gonna do the same build Arcane's Boon just did. We'll see how it works out. Arcane's Boon's attack was not bad. It's that he didn't have enough to defend the counter push. 6 Reapers. Oh my god. This is gonna be so hard hitting from Savior. Especially after Miroslav losing 2. Miroslav... This is literally the same build from Savior as Arcane's Boon did, and the same build from Miroslav. The only difference is he lost a couple units already. Second command center started for Validity Gaming Terran. Not so for Savior. Instead, spending money, getting a reactor on the starport, Tech Lab on the factory. Here we go. Savior scans the main. Oh no! Miroslav moves out of the main! He had a very strong defensive position. One of the tanks sieged, but he's going on the attack. Oh, not like this. Not like this. Miroslav's too far away. He can't defend. This is not safe for Terran. Also, this is Terran porn. So, I mean, take your pick. Which side are you on? Hellions getting off dank shots. 3 SCVs dead already. One of the Hellions will die to the SCV attacks, but so many of these guys in the red. 10 SCVs have fallen, and there's so many units still alive. Miroslav doesn't go on the attack. He pulls back home. Liberator is sieged on the Reapers. It will one-shot them. But 21 SCVs go down before this attack is cleaned up. Now, again, Arcane's Boon was able to get critical damage done against Miroslav, but the counterattack killed him. Some key differences. Miroslav not going to have very many reinforcements. He's just going to be pumping out as many Marines as he can muster. He can't afford to mine more gas right now. These mules eventually are going to expire, so this attack is on a timer. Also, Savior with 2 Vikings out. He's going to be able to fight against the Viking Liberator. Especially, this Liberator should siege right away. Ooh. Just being careful. And 2 more Vikings coming out of the starport. The Liberator falls! I think the stronger play would have been to have the Liberator fight the Vikings with Miroslav's initial Viking, but it still would have been hard to break. Marines knocked to the red. Three Marines blown up. I mean, Miroslav is so far behind. Like, he's struggling to catch up. Oh, the Reaper's gone. Savior very slowly gaining ground. Oh, and he wins the tank battle. Miroslav intelligently pulling the Hellion, but, like, losing that Hellion was actually more expensive for Miroslav than losing the tank was for Savior. Look at all this. Just look at all of it. The Vikings can land on these 2 tanks and just win. I don't know why they aren't, actually. There we go. And the numbers say it all. 22 workers to 14, 40 army supply to 14. There's just no way that Miroslav can defend this. He doesn't have any tanks at home. It's just Marines and a Viking. One Marine bravely firing from the fog of war. Doesn't get any kills, softens up one of the Vikings, but will fall to a siege tank shot. Second Marine goes down. That's actually... it's like 10% of Miroslav's army lost. Oh my god. This isn't gonna go well. Miroslav hanging on, being a true sportsman, fighting to the last, but... Savior can end this game whenever he wants to. Miroslav does have a tank out. I'm just gonna get dropped on. Oh. Yep. Yep. Second command center will be cancelled. Or killed. One of the two. There's the cancel. Vikings dead. Siege tank shells the Marines. Even more die. Reactor's gonna go down on the starport. Reactor's gonna fall on the barracks. Miroslav losing ground. I think he's going to sally out with the SCV Marines and try to break the tank line, but... oh, no, he pulls to the low ground. Okay. The barracks is going to light on fire. The starport's burning down. GG is called. Savior. On the left side of the Golden Wall, as the Yellow Zerg for Validity Gaming, and their ace player is Anfurax. And on the right, as the Teal Terran for Ris3n, in the D2 slot, it's Savior. Sorry, doing just captain things. Savior goes for an SCV scout. It was a hatch first, so no surprises in wait for him Savior has a special build for this map. I'm not going to reveal anything, but I'm curious to see if he'll do it. Reaper opening for the Terran. And Firax needs to beat Savior and Ris3n's Acer if he wants to take the series. A forced Spore to start out. He's trying to eke out a lane kill. That's not going to work out. Backs off with the Reaper. It's going to be a roach timing from Anfirax. Now, the reason he's doing this is there's only one scouting path into the Zerg's base, well, into any base, on Golden Wall. You have to go up here, or you have to jump up the cliff, and then from there you can go into the main. There's no other option. Savior has not gotten scouting. A lair from Anfirax. Is this going to be a Nidus play? If this is a Nidus play, he's doing it wrong, but maybe not. Oh! Well, the Roaches got scouted now! So, Savior gonna have time to rally a defense. Tech Lab finishing on the barracks. Almost certainly gonna swap off at the factory. Indeed, he is. A bunker thrown down. Second bunker thrown down. Savior defending, defending, defending. I wouldn't be surprised to see this second orbital lift off and head back here. Anfirax positioning an Overlord back. This is making me think he wants to go into Nidus after the initial Roach push. It's a 5 Roach rush, but, like, there's no backup. I don't know how I feel about this. The idea of a 5 Roach rush is to break the Terran, and then, like, you kill the supply depot, and then the Lynx come in, they get surrounded on the bunker, you go into the SCV line. But Anfirax is going to get all of one supply depot kill. Okay, he's going into Spire next. Savior not quite taking the back base just yet. This game's going weird places. He's gonna get a Liberator. Okay, he is gonna take... No! Oh, he's just moving it while he mines out, so he can do it even quicker. So a delayed second base from the Terran essentially is what this works out to. And Anfirax is going to try to actually deal damage with his Spire play. Now there are 2 bunkers up, there are a ton of Marines, and in low numbers they can deal with the Mutalisk as long as that production continues, but right now we're seeing medevacs and tanks come out, while the Marine production, even though it can be afforded, is suspended for a couple of minutes. That's like half of 2 Marines, so like an entire Marine dead just from not being produced at the facility. We need to see more barracks from Savior and such as well. Spire finishing up for Anfirax. Anfirax takes the northern hatch as well. Should say 10 o'clock hatch. I mean, it is to the north, but whatever. Oh, Liberator Siege is up! It's actually going to kill one of the Muta before it pops with the eggs, and there were only 2 in production to begin with. Is it going to kill the second? It does! No Mutalisk entering the map! Oh my god! 3 drones die as well. I want to point out, Savior has no way of knowing what's in these eggs, but this is like the most value gamble trade. Larvae are dying left and right. Anfirax with only 4 Muta and 2 Roaches. And Savior sieges on the low ground. He's going to start attacking the pool. Another Larva dies. Muta's actually going to clean up the Liberator, and there aren't that many Marines to defend the tank line. They can trade out for 1, maybe 2 Muta before they die. Yeah, there's no stim for Savior, so... Anfirax not going in on the tanks, and now he's lost his spawning pool. That means no Zerglings. Savior going to start leapfrogging the tanks forward. Oh my god. Here come the Roaches. They aren't stutter stepping into the tanks! Oh, 1 tank falls. Okay, way more Roaches are lost than needed be. Anfirax ultimately holds, but Savior did cause significant damage. Savior's not done yet, apparently, either. Muta are hitting on the other side of the map, but too much defense for the Terran. So many of these roaches are injured from the tank shots as well. Savior getting a couple more barracks. He is floating quite a bit. Not the cleanest production. However, Anforax seems like at a loss what to do. He seems like shell-shocked, but he is up 13 workers. That's important to point out. Savior does have a third CC. It's not moved out. He hasn't done the best at saturating his second base. Instead, focusing on the micro at the Zerg side of the map. Savior drops at the third. He should not get the kill on this. It'll go down to about... no, it's not even going to go down to that much health. But Anforax is also F2ing. The medevac takes a couple shots from the Spore. It's going to weaken it. Muta come in to try and help out, but the Muta are going to be lost. Both medevacs unload. There's too many Marines. 2 Mutalisk actually go down. These Marines have more than paid for themselves. Drones are falling as well. Overlord comes in and soaks damage, or 6 drones would have fallen. Oh, the Spore Crawler might finish off the medevac! It's gonna be so close! It survives! The medevac survives! 1 HP on that medevac. Anforax now 6 workers ahead still. He is up 91 army supply to 40 as well. This roach push might very well kill Savior. Savior with some impressive micro, but it's come at the cost of macro. Look at all these buildings not producing things. 1,000 minerals, 500 gas in the bank for Savior. And still not great saturation at the second base. No saturation at the third other than the mule drops. Savior doing good damage, but just not capitalizing on it to macro and get farther ahead. Queen falls, that's going to hurt the Zerg's injects. Actually, that's really bad. He didn't have an inject on that hatchery. Savior doesn't have a whole lot to hold. Ravagers bile down the tank. 2 more siege on the high grounds. Anforax actually taking a lot of shots. 1 depot burns down. Anforax not pushing into the main, but he did finish off the 3rd command center. Anforax needs to start thinking about cleaning this up and going into Hive Tech, taking a 4th, saturating the 3rd maybe. But he might not need to. There's really not a lot to defend for Savior. He's taking way more shots than he needs to from the tanks. And there's not a full production wave here. Savior now banking 2,000 minerals, not really producing anything. Had he been, the reinforcement wave might have been able to clean this up. Now these guys are rallied. The Marauder's not firing. 1 tank will fire, but the SCV is pulled and fighting in a choke, so they can't even get a full surround on a Roach. 1 Raptor will fall in exchange for 17 SCVs. In the meantime, Savior trying to push in, but the macro from Anforax was just too good. There's a ton of Roaches to meet him. Savior's going to try to hang in there, but this is Anforax's game to lose, and I don't think he will. Yep. The aggression from Savior was held off. Just the 2 medevacs remain. GG is called. Anforax. In the bottom left, please welcome for the first time to the Ris3n VTL team, the Yellow Zerg. Oh my god, what have I done? What have I done? I had 2 things set up in my mind, and I said I just went with one, and it was the wrong one. You gotta own that now. In the bottom left, for Validity Gaming, it's their ace player, Anforax. In the top right, for the first time, for Ris3n, as the purple Protoss, please welcome our ace player, Frame Sticker. Frame Sticker is a 4300 MMR player going up against the 4K and Firax. Excuse me, like 4266 MMR. Against the 4K and Firax. Scouting probe, spending time attacking the hatchery, I mean, it'll shave away like 2 units of health, I guess. Sure. Both players still could pivot in a lot of directions. Around the 2 minutes 30 mark is when we'll see both players diverging into their builds. Okay, got 3 units of health. That's impressive. It's going to be an Adept first from Frame Sticker, and he's going with the Stargate in the wall. Overlord will immediately see this for Amphirax. Question is, does he know how to respond? 4 Zerglings to defend the first Adept. Off to a good start is the Zerg. Drops a 3rd hatch at the 240 mark. Frame Sticker's gonna shade up and be like, nope! Cancel shade through the mineral line. And a second Stargate in the main. Does this get scouted? Infrax clips it. Yes, it is. Phoenix opener from Frame Sticker. Half dozen drones on the production tab, and Firax has a number of ways he can play this. He can go into Spire, he can get Mass Spore, well, 3 Spores at each base at least, and get Mass Queen. He can go into Hydra. We're seeing the first 2 Spores drop now, 1 in the main, 1 in the net. It is going to be 2 Phoenix, or a double Phoenix production from Frame Sticker. Another Scouting Overlord is picked off, but it scouts that, hey, there are 4 Phoenix on the field. It's not going to be 2 base Carrier, anything weird like that. It's not going to be 2 base Void Ray, which, mark my words, is coming. The patch hit a couple days ago. It's just going to take people, or take Protoss getting back in the rhythm for us to see it. Anthrax taking... This is an insanely early 4th base. This is a Mad Lad early 4th base, and it's going to get scouted. You don't take a 4th base this early in ZVP. You don't do it. Only 1 drone kill so far. Phoenix repositioning so that the Spore Crawler is hitting different Phoenix between shots and isn't able to kill any of them off. One of them very much in the red, but still alive and can still use its energy beam, still use its lasers, so Frame Sticker getting additional gateways back home. With this early 4th, he needs, for as much damage as he's done, killing the queens, killing 2 drones, killing a couple overlords, he needs far more. with how early Frame Sticker's fourth is. He cannot allow this to go unpunished. Right now, oh my god, he loses a Phoenix from the Queen Fire. Both these Queens could have died. Only 3 Hydra coming out for Frame Sticker. One of them's going to be here, 2 of them at the third, another 2 on the production tab. And that's notable because when they're split up like that, Frame Sticker can just pick them off one at a time. They lift the egg. It would take a long time for them to kill an egg. But yeah, just like we noted, a couple of Hydra are taken out. Anthrax getting an Immortal back home, but... Or, excuse me, Frame Sticker getting an Immortal back home, but he's facing a Ling Flood against the third. There are some Adepts. They aren't nestled into a corner. They're kind of out in the open. Shield Battery Overcharge could go down, and they could hold for a while. Anthrax chose not to go out, though. I think attacking was the right idea. Another Queen gets fried. Anthrax heavily ahead in army supply, but mostly because Frame Sticker's been investing in infrastructure. He has a lot of gas in the bank and can rather quickly start translating that into units. Stasis Ward goes down. No! Anthrax, I swear you saw that! Oh! All of a sudden this attack is not going to go well. All of the Lings are caught in the Stasis Ward. That's going to leave the Hydra quite vulnerable. Wait, no, no, he's letting it expire. Oh my god, he moves the Immortals to the front. Voice on a lot of the Hydra. I still think Frame Sticker's gonna be okay. Is he, though? The Phoenix almost out of energy. They have to regenerate for a lift. There's still a shield battery here. It's not getting overcharged. Zealots are falling. The Immortal targeted down. And the probes are going to begin to fall. Well, they already have 18, 21. It looks like a couple Zerglings went into the main as well. And this third is forfeit. The Phoenix count greatly diminished. But looked like a rock-solid defense from Frame Sticker. All of a sudden, in tatters, the third is going to go down. And the Lings have made it into the natural. There are plenty of Zealots, and they will chop up the first few Zerglings, but they've taken damage the whole time. Now they're going to have to fight out of a choke or just eat Hydra Fire. That Hydra Fire is withering. Zealot after Zealot falls. Immortal's not the best way to deal with these quickly attacking high-damage units. Cyber's fallen, the Gateway's fallen, the Stargate's fallen. Phoenix get their final liftoff, but they will be chewed through. 2 Immortals are all that remains. These shield batteries will be unpowered. Another one falls. And Anthrax up 17 workers and a base, or 2 bases behind this. This wave of Hydra will get cleaned out. The reinforcements will not, and it looks like Validity Gaming might take this series. GG, well played is called. Anthrax takes the series 4-3.